Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. And today we are here with the most awaited video of the year. Everybody waits for this video because this video will tell you about your next year, how it would be. For whom? Taurus Ascendant. Who will tell? Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. Let's welcome him. Akashji, Namaskar, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Ram Ram Rohit ji. Today we are going to talk about Taurus. Here we go with, we will not waste any time for Taurus Ascendant people. We'll just directly dive into it. Now, for
Yes.
Taurus Ascendant people, the biggest event that is happening from 31st of December is that Jupiter will become direct. So before the year starts, it's good news of Jupiter becoming direct, and especially in your 12th house, which is the house of expenses, house of spirituality. So expenses will be at control and spirituality will be restored. So yeah, good news happens beginning of the year, with starting with Mercury also turning direct into Scorpio. So Mercury is in the seventh house right now. The second house lord and the fifth house lord is in the seventh house. That means there could have been a lot of troubles in relationships, education, creative speculation, and so many things, because Mercury was not direct here, it was retro.
Mhm.
So could have been a lot of troubles in communication, especially speech related problems, that because of your speech, because of speaking something very rubbish or foolish, you must have got into trouble. But it becomes very good. Mercury later on, 7th of January, enters into Sagittarius also. Now entering Sagittarius here makes a combination with three planets, Mercury, Sun, and Mars. All will be together. And in the eighth house, the second house lord in the eighth house means there is going to be some kind of money that can come through inheritance, or some kind of sudden gains can be seen for all the Taurus ascendant people in the month of January. So January is a very promising month, because overall Makar Sankranti also happens right now. Sun goes into your ninth house, and Makar Sankranti, that means Sun enters Capricorn. Your fourth house lord is in your ninth house. That means there is going to be some very good news coming from your destiny, especially related to your family, mother, or homeland, or real estate. Some good news or some kind of buying of new vehicle or property is also seen for all the Taurus ascendant people. Moving on to Venus, enters into Sagittarius. So Venus in Sagittarius here, again it makes a combination with Mercury, Mars, and Mercury, Mars, and then Venus all together. Venus here, as soon as it enters into this place, it makes a Viprit Rajyog, because it is the owner of the sixth house and in the eighth house. So you can expect little bit of turbulence here, 18th of January onwards. But till the time Venus attains good degrees, it will become a very beautiful time for all the Taurus ascendant people. Overall, January month, the biggest thing that is happening is, number one is Sun entering into Capricorn, because it is Makar Sankranti, a very, very widely celebrated event all over India, all over the world now. When Sun enters Capricorn into the sign of its Sun enters the sign of its Sun, so it
Sun.
is very beautiful that way. And second important thing happens in the beginning of the month, and that is 31st of December. Jupiter will turn direct, making your life a little bit easy.
But
All
I
the
think the most concerned thing is when Lagnesh come in the eighth house. So this is the time when they have to take care, I think.
Guruji, no, it is not a problem, because Lagnesh comes in the eighth house, makes a Viprit Rajyog. So yes, there will be little turbulence because it is come with Mars. So there can be some problem related to stomach, food poisoning, stomach, but not very major problem. In fact, you can expect some hidden gains. What does this mean? That you can gain from your enemies during this period, hidden gains. Also, your money will increase, because it is also aspecting the second house of money. So money comes to you. Little challenges, but money will be coming to you. Moving on to February. February starts with the day 1st of February. Mercury enters into Capricorn with Sun. It will come into close conjunction with Sun also, and make a Buddha Aditya Yog also in Taurus, for Taurus. And in the ninth house, again, very, very auspicious time to make decisions related to travel, higher education, and whatnot. So it is beautiful period for all the Taurus ascendant people in February also, which starts with lot of good news. February 5th, Mars will enter into Capricorn. Now, Rohitji, Mars entering into Capricorn means Mars getting exalted. Here,
Exalted.
Mars is the 12th house lord. Mars is also the 7th house lord, and especially getting exalted in the ninth house means if you are buying a property in a foreign country, if you are going for higher education in a foreign country, if you are about to get married, or if you want to get some good results outside of your partnership business, this is the right time. From 5th of February onwards, it is going to be beautiful for all the Taurus ascendant people. Later on, Venus will also enter into Capricorn. So, Rohitji, for one day, Venus, Sun, Moon, and Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Mars all will be in the 10th house Capricorn, making it a very populated house. If you see over the year, all the planets are going from this side to the other side.
Hmm.
You will see that is why we are doing yearly in a way of step by step, knowing that what is going to happen, how is it placed, and then the highlight of the um month. For this month, the highlight is Mars entering into Capricorn, becoming exalted. So for Taurus ascendant people, very good time for travel, especially very very good time for education and travel. Those who are also so education is an ongoing thing, right, Rohitji? It is not like something like okay, once we are done, we are done. No, education is an ongoing thing. So for ongoing education also, this is right. And those who want to start something, those who want to learn new things, very good for them. Venus enters Capricorn, the Lagna Lord, into the ninth house. Your destiny is going to support you. There are four planets in the house of your destiny. Extremely good. But be careful about your communication because Mars puts a debilitated aspect on the third house where communication can be a little bit challenging during this period. Sun will enter into Aquarius on 13th of February. Now, Sun entering Aquarius here means you can see Sun is now graphically cut also half. I don't know how, but Rohitji, see what has happened to Sun. Graphically, it
Sun
has
is
become
also
one.
like moon 15 days coming coming
Yeah.
and down and up.
Anyways, that is graphical error, but yes, Sun is
Hmm.
full by the way. So Sun comes into Aquarius with his Sun. Here, Saturn will welcome Sun. There will be no problem. In fact, Sun coming into this house is very auspicious because the owner of your inner peace and happiness comes in your destiny, in your karma house, sitting with the Karmesh, that is Saturn. Here, you can get very good results in your work area. Status can be gone up, promotion, status, everything will go up and things will be in your favor. Moving on, Mercury will enter into Aquarius. So now Mercury is very favorable here, by the way. The owner of the second house and the fifth house in the 10th house restores money, happiness, creativity, good for children, good for career. It's very, very good, very, very best placement of Mercury in the 10th house here, especially with Saturn, who's a very, very dear friend of Mercury. So overall, February, the bigger event that is happening is Mars becomes exalted. Anything related to real estate, anything related to foreign travel, anything related to higher education, anything related to marriage, everything can be decided during the month of February for Taurus ascendant people. Ruji, those who have not subscribed, very important news work for them. If they subscribe and share the video, they can win a free yearly consultation. Because if we are planning our year and we are putting this video in advance, so they can get a free consultation. Those who really
Yes.
by
For
chance do not get,
yearly, people have
yeah,
a good opportunity to grab this opportunity. Lots of our family members already taken this 2024 yearly horoscope consultation.
right, Ruji, right,
So better they can plan with you.
yeah,
And the most important thing, what we going to start birthday to birthday, because everybody stated the stars change from your birthday to your next birthday. So that's why we plan that we will give you a birthday to birthday horoscope reading, what you will going to achieve in your birthday. So this is, I think, the best thing what you can even gift your kid, you can give to your wife, you can give to your siblings. So this is a very good thing starting from January 2024, birthday to birthday horoscope reading. Also grab it.
okay, Rohitji. Moving on to the month of March. What happens in the month of March? In the month of March, Mercury enters into Pisces, which makes Mercury debilitated. During this period, mm, uh, Mars is exalted, Mercury is debilitated. So that means the 12th house lord and the 7th house lord exalted, and the second and the fifth house lord debilitated. But in a positive way, remember, it is debilitated in the 11th house for you, where you will have some problems in getting your goals, to the final stage. But in the overall longer run, if you see the aspect of Mercury on the sixth, on the fifth house, that is on Virgo, where Ketu is sitting, you will find some good happiness here.
Hmm.
Good happiness in your children, good happiness in creativity, good happiness in fame. Fame also can be seen. See, Rahu sitting in your 11th house throughout the year is an excellent time for you. Especially here in the sign of Taurus, it gets exalted, or an exalted planet for your chart is sitting in a favorable place only in the 11th house for you. It is not exalted, but yes, in this chart, in the Taurus ascendant, in ascendant, it gets exalted. So it's a good, what do you say? But in a way, it's a auspicious placement of Rahu. Later on, Venus enters into Aquarius. Now, Venus enters into the 11th house. Again, Sun, Venus, and Saturn are together. Venus and Saturn, very, very good. Venus comes to Saturn's house. Here, Venus is welcomed very nicely. The Lagna Lord, the sixth house Lord in the 10th house, gives a clear indication that there is going to be some progress in your work area. First house is yourself, sixth house is your work area, workplace, and your debts and your enemies, so many things. And 10th house is your career and your karma. So your karma restores here. Some good news coming from your karma area. So very auspicious. Moving on, Sun will enter into Pisces. Now, the fifth house, the fourth house lord in the 11th house again tells you gains from your family or some kind of family matters. So, gains is going to be there. So, all the best in terms of gains. March is a month of gains, by the way. Lot of things, lot of good things happening. Especially because Mercury is debilitated here, and when Sun will come here, it will combust Mercury, and the power of Mercury becomes more lesser. So any investment related items, any partnerships, you have to be very careful of during this period in the month of March. So no new partnerships. Okay. Moving on, Mars will enter into Aquarius, ending its exaltation. It will come into the 10th house. Here, Mars, in this chart, Mars is not very favorable. It is a Maraka as well as the owner of the 12th house. Coming into the 10th house can create some kind of trouble related to your work area. So, Venus and Saturn, on the other hand, are in full power here, but Mars enters here and you can take impulsive decisions in your career, and that can be a challenge for you in the year of 2024 March. Okay, so 15th of March, be careful. You see, very simple. You can just mark these dates and keep that no major decisions from this period to this period. 26th of March, Mercury will enter into Aries. Now, here, Mercury entering into Aries is again a very, what we say, kind of auspicious only because it enters into, no, sorry, um it finishes its debilitation and enters into the 12th house. Our 12th house is not favorable, but in a positive way, if you see, it is the second house lord coming into the 12th house. That means second house lord sitting 11th from itself. So there is going to be gains more than your money will be spent, but it will be spent on making money work for money. That means good investments. So very good. Only problem is that it is going to aspect your sixth house, where you have to be careful about your friends or your work areas or enemies, hidden enemies especially. There can be hidden enemies who may try to give you a hard time. Moving on, Venus will enter into Pisces, making the best event of March again. That what happened if Mercury and if Mars is no longer exalted? The Lagna Lord becomes exalted in the 11th house, putting in extreme gains for all the Taurus ascendant people. Here you can find that in March there is going to be increase in income, there is going to be increase in your social interactions, there is going to be increase in your desires. You will be getting luxury. But remember, an exalted planet is not always good. Every planet has three faces to it: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. It will make you, it will run you, and it will destroy you. Here, the sixth house lord is sixth from itself. That means some disease or some health problems can also be seen during this period.
It is
So
being it is looking that in the end of the March, these Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars together are giving parties. So see, all planets in these three houses sitting together looks like that there is some party going on, and Ketuji always remaining detached,
yeah,
different. All other planets are together.
but Rohitji, if you see that Venus is with Rahu, and during this period only Sun will be in close conjunction with Rahu in that same
Hmm.
house where Venus is exalted. There will be in April of 8. There will be a solar eclipse also, complete
Hmm.
solar eclipse, 8th of April. That means in April, as soon as April starts, the drama starts again. You are going to get so much good benefits because Lagna Lord is in the 12th house, in the 11th house, exalted and everything. But other planets are not less. Here,
Hmm.
other planets are dancing. Number one, Mercury becomes retrograde. So this happiness that will happen as soon as Venus enters into its exalted position. Here is where trouble starts
Hmm.
because we have to understand that somehow Venus gets exalted at 27 degrees in Revati Nakshatra. So it is going to be when it is going to be around 18th or 17th or 18th of April when Venus will give you exact results of exaltation. Before that, Venus is just helping Sun and Rahu fighting because they are going into Sun is going into eclipse, and then Sun is going to be traveling away from that place. So he is into a lot of trouble just because Lagna Lord has the most responsibility, Rohit.
And then second lord also Mercury when goes retrograde in Aries, it shows that when second lord goes retrograde in 12th house, useless expenses or some expenses which you suddenly happens.
uh, Useless expenses are expenses only, use or useless, but mostly expenses related to health, mostly expenses maraka, right? Second house is maraka, and fifth house is the house of heart, and sixth house aspect. So it shows that expenses related to health during the
Hmm.
month of April as it begins. On top of that, solar eclipse in the 11th house, that is sixth from the sixth, again health.
Again health.
So health wise, they have to be careful during the period of 2024 of April actually till 13th of April. Then Sun enters into Aries. Here also again expenses. A Taurus April month is completely full of expenses. Money will be
Hmm.
coming in, expenses will be at peak. Mars will enter into Pisces, Rohit. See, Mercury enters into Pisces, making um, uh, see Venus is exalted, Mercury is debilitated, making Neej Bhang Raj Yog here.
Now Mercury here doing back gear,
But
but
still,
Aries
it
only
comes into
coming back.
debilitation, right? It comes
Again
into
debilitated.
debilitation. So it
Oh.
is Nijbhang Rajyog. But again, in the fifth house, both the aspect are also Nijbhang Rajyog. So neither Venus will give you very extreme good results, neither Mercury will, because it has neutralized the
Hmm.
event. Sun will enter into Aries on 13th of April. Finally, after the solar eclipse, everything is good. Rahu is happy that it has swallowed Sun. For the time it is swallowing Sun, your inner peace, your problem, your expenses related to your home, travel, everything increases here.
Hmm.
So expenses. And it was not enough because Mars also enters into Pisces now on 23rd of April. The 12th house lord sitting 12th from itself, again losses, some kind of problem,
Hmm.
losses. Then this was not enough, Rohitji. Here Venus also enters into Aries now.
Oh my god.
So Lagna Lord again sitting 12th from itself, losses,
Now, little bit it
expense.
looks balanced. Three planets in income, three in expenditure. Now it's being balanced out.
Rahu is going to keep the tap open, so money is going to be coming in. But money coming in does not mean money staying with us. Money
Hmm.
coming in means money also going. So Venus enters into Aries, ends its exaltation, and then Mercury, finally 25th of April, your Lord of your second house, fifth house, destiny, and your money, and your children, and your creativity becomes direct
Uh,
in Pisces, in debilitation, and
Debilitation
starts
position.
traveling towards the month, towards the 12th house. So not a very favorable month, April. Even if the Lagna Lord is becoming exalted, this just means that it is going to be putting you on survival mode. Moving on to May, Rohitji. Number one, first May, is the your lagna. Finally your 12th house, Jupiter comes and stays with you in the first house. Here you can expect
The
some good
biggest transit of year.
biggest transit of 2024 is Jupiter coming into Taurus. It is the biggest transit. This will help a lot of people in terms of their the aspects will change. So now there is one small problem. Saturn becomes very potent now because Saturn was aspecting the 12th house, right, with its debilitated aspect, and Jupiter was there and trying to control and save everything. But
Yes.
now
Mm.
Saturn becomes very potent. It says, now I have full control over this person's loss. I have full control over this person's spiritual bliss.
Now that the
So,
umbrella of Jupiter is, gone away, and the snowfall of Saturn is now coming in full.
yeah, in simple ways, you can tell that. May 10th, Mercury will enter into Aries. No, but before that, sorry, Jupiter enters into Taurus, right? So here
Yes.
the whole aspect changes. The aspect comes on your fifth house, lot of money increase, creativity. Seventh house, all your relationships will be at peace now, and the aspect comes on the
Ninth
ninth
house.
house. So
Huh.
lot of happiness in terms of destiny. So all three aspects are in the good places now. Earlier also it was good places, but now according to the houses, it's a very auspicious place for Taurus
Hmm.
ascendant people. So all the problems they were going through in April, in May it will start easing out. Now May of 10th, Mercury enters into Aries. Again, the second house Lord is in the 12th, in the 11th from itself. That is in the 12th house. Here it will give you gains. Your
Hmm.
investments will turn into giving you good results. Sun will enter into Taurus on May 14th. Now here Sun and Mercury are together, and especially if you see, it's very good time for your career because your Kendra Lord has come in the Kendra 10th from itself. Right, the fourth house Lord is sitting 10th from itself. So
Hmm.
good inner peace, good happiness in your career area. Later on, Venus will enter into Taurus. Lagna Lord coming to the Lagna, welcoming Jupiter. That's come on. Hello, Jupiter. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for coming into my house. So beautiful time for all the Taurus ascendant people. That Lagna Lord in the Lagna, it is going to be a very transformative time for you. You will transform during this period. A lot of new things, new adaptations you will be taking during the
I
month
think
of
there will
May.
be a revolutionary thinking in these people mind because Dev Guru and Asur Guru both in a Lagna, both sitting together in the
Both in
most
the Lagna
important
sitting
house.
together, and all three planets, Sun,
And with
Venus,
King, now
yeah,
you see the King is with the both gurus.
yeah, and
So
they're aspecting also the seventh house in
seventh
all,
house, the
yeah.
busiest,
So
busiest.
that means there is going to be very good repair in some kind of relationships.
Yes.
Relationships are going to be at the peak. Maybe you will really fall in love during this period because of Jupiter's fifth and seventh aspect. So for Taurus ascendant people, after May of this month, May of this year, 2024, love is going to be a very big factor in your life. Your
Mm.
destiny, your love, and your relationships, all three will be blessed by Jupiter in 2024 after May of 1st. May of 31st, Mercury will enter into Taurus. So here Mercury also comes into Taurus. There was no less people. But now Mercury also says, why should I should be behind? I will come here into my friend's house. But it is sitting second, it is sitting 12th from the second house. So that means you have to be careful in terms of your speech. Your self-respect can be at stake during this period. Your self-respect can be at trouble. The major event of May 2024 is, Mercury, sorry, is Jupiter transiting into Taurus.
I
But
think
it was,
May is a complete transformation month for Taurus people. The month starts with when Devguru comes to your, Lagna and give you lots of wisdom, and then suddenly King comes there and gives you ego, and then suddenly the Lord of this house, Venus, gives you luxury and glamour, and then suddenly the mind also comes here, Mercury. Yeah,
yeah,
everything you are getting in this house. Now, this is, I think, most
yeah,
powerful.
it is a lot of transformative time
Lots of transformation.
for Taurus ascendant people. But overall, I feel that it will not be so bad.
Hmm.
Because whenever Jupiter comes in whatever place, it will try to protect you in that place. So overall, good news only for Taurus ascendant people.
Yes.
Rohit ji.
Good news for all of our family members also. We are approaching now 2024 in few days, so this is the time that you can take benefit of this 2024 yearly horoscope predictions, because lots of family members already get this predictions from Akashji. What you have to do, send your birth details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number, or visit our website www.acs2.ca. You can get this package. What you will get, you will get a video consultation with Akashji and plan your January 2024 to December 2024 with Akashji. And this is a new gift which is well prepared by ACSTRO team sitting with Akashji, because all we were discussing that what is the most important day of the life. Yes, that is birthday. From morning till evening, well, happy birthday, because this is the day when your star changes. This is the day when you come on the earth. So we started this package birthday to birthday. You can get your horoscope from birthday to birthday. Sit with Akashji. Now, this is a thing which you can give to your relatives, kids, your wife, your siblings, your parents. This is the most beautiful thing I think we are starting in 2024.
Yes, Rohitji. Moving on to month of
June.
June. Now, month of June is not so bad because number one, Mars enters into its own house, Aries 12th house. Now,
Hmm.
here, Mars entering into the own house means the seventh house lord is in the 12th house. So, if there is any problem that was going on in your relationships because of these four planets aspecting your seventh house, this is the time of a lot of repair, but it is also the time of some kind of health problems because 12th house is, see, planet does not have any kind of differentiation in energies, right? It says that, oh, the energy is that this way only, it will be this way. So here you can have some kind of trouble in your health area. Very, very careful, extremely careful. Secondly, be careful about your driving or being accident, getting into accident, or you. This is the time that hospital yoga can start. So we have to be careful during this period. 12th of June, Venus will enter into Gemini. Rohiji, first house lord in the second house again restores gains, money for you. Money is going to be following you, but expenses will also be on the rise because 12th house lord is in the 12th house. So
And there
expenses,
is one more yoga, I think, exchange of houses between Mercury and Venus together.
yeah,
Second.
Mercury and Venus, very for a very small period, Rohitji, because it
Hmm.
is just 1 days, right? Because Venus enters into Gemini, and on 14th, Mercury will also enter into Gemini. So
Oh.
the second house lord in the second house tells you, and conjunction with the first house lord, very close conjunction, will tell you that there is going to be increase in money status. You are going to be speaking because Mars is in the 12th house. So here, many people will be traveling into foreign countries. So making money from a foreign country is also seen during this period. Sun will enter into Gemini. Now, 15th of June, Rohiji, this event happens that Sun enters into Gemini. So again, three planets together. So mostly, if you see for all the ascendants in next year, there is going to be a lot of triple conjunction, lot of stelliums for all the people. All the so it's not a very easy time. A lot of planets are doing planetary war during the next year, and especially this is the year of Saturn. Saturn sitting in the 10th house, ruling a career of Taurus ascendant people. It is the year of Saturn. The more disciplined, and the more ethical you are during this period, you will grow. Those who are going to Sadi Sati, God save them because Saturn in the own house in such power. If your karmas are very good, you are going to get very good results. If your karmas are little bit also tweaked or not good, you will get the real wrath of Saturn.
So
That is
this is,
what.
you can say that this is a year of Saturn, and Saturn is in such a position that is in position to give. He's positioned to give. You must be alert to take. Either you have to take good or bad. That's on to you. Because Saturn in Multrikona and Saturn's here, oh, he can do wonders or he can do disasters.
Exactly. Now, Sun enters Gemini. It is a very auspicious time because the fourth house lord is in the 11th house. So gains in terms of real estate, fixed assets is going to increase. Second house is the house of fixed assets. So fixed assets can increase during this period, or some very benefit from fixed assets. If you're thinking of selling something and getting money out of it, this June is the month for you. Mercury will enter into Cancer. Rohitji here, 29th of June. Mercury will enter into Cancer. Here again, Mercury gives you benefit from your transactions, from your speech, from your investments. Good money. Money wise, there is no problem for Taurus ascendant people in 2024. Money wise, it is very, very auspicious.
Hmm.
Rahu in the 11th house, don't even think about money all your year. Money is going to come. The problem is health. Health will be at major trouble because, see, a lot of people were in your 12th house. Still, Mars is in your 12th house. So money wise, health wise, it is going to be a little bit challenge.
Hmm.
Mercury will enter into Cancer again, Rohitji. There it is making two beautiful yogas. Number one, it is sitting from the fifth house. It is the fifth house lord. It is sitting 11th. So again, gains from children, gains from business, and from the second house, it is sitting second. So that means gains from investment. So both the places, Mercury will give you gains. June is the month of gains for you. 30th of June, Saturn will retrograde into Aquarius. Now, this is the event, second biggest event of
Hmm.
2024. That after 1st of May, when Jupiter came into
Jupiter
Taurus,
enters.
here Saturn retrogrades in Aquarius, which is good for you because it gives you another chance to uh, get ready for the, for Paschatap. It means get ready to wash your sins. If you have done any kind of trouble, any kind of problems, be very bad to your colleagues, there has been being a lot of politics you are doing, all such kind of thing. Saturn here gives you an idea that now this is the time you beware and start repairing all that kind of stuff. When you see the show Saturn, or you read about Saturn always used to give warning to everyone. It's not like it used to say, oh, I'm going to give you trouble now directly. No, it says that I am giving you a warning, and that retrograde period is the warning period of Saturn, saying that just repair this so that when I become direct, make sure that you have repaired it so that I do not give you any kind of.
You can say like this, sometime when the train is going on and you just jump into the train, and suddenly train gets slow in the last of the platform. This give you an opportunity. If you are ticketless, if you are in wrong, get away. So this is retrogression when Saturn gets slow. But if you will not get away and the Saturn again go direct, TT will come and find you. So Saturn will come and find you. So this is the time to repair. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, Saturn retrogrades in Aquarius, later on moving July. July 7th, Venus will enter into Cancer. Now, here, struggle begins. Saturn
Hmm.
retrograde, Venus enter into Cancer. Why? Because Venus, the Lagna Lord, is sitting third from itself. That means there will be struggle, there will be trouble, there will be lot of hard work that you have to do from 7th of July, especially in your career area. Career Lord is also retrograde during this period. Be careful. Mars will enter into Taurus Roji in July 12th. So Mars enters into your Lagna. Rohitji, very good time for gain through spirituality. Now, when struggle begins, Rohitji, everyone goes and runs towards God only. I
Hmm.
was speaking to someone yesterday, and they told me that I was doing so good in the month of March that there was no problem, nothing at all. Everything was so beautiful. Uh, but as soon as Saturn become retrograde this year, everything turned crazy. Everything went. But in the next 5 6 months, when I was doing very good, I did not even think about God once. So then
Right.
now I'm in struggle every morning and evening. I am doing puja. I am doing this. So the only problem is that we should remember God in all the times. Then only God remembers you in all the times. So it is give and take relationship. So during this period, Mars enter into Taurus. So spiritually wise, you will gain a lot of spirituality because your Lagna Lord is in trouble, right? So they will only last resort is God. So you will say, God, 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 help me during this period. So spiritually wise, you will be very good. Losses will be recovered, and Mars here gives you extra courage also, and also puts an aspect on the seventh house, which is not very. It is in the own house, but still Mars here. If you see a normal kundli, when Mars is in the first house, it makes you manglik also. So here there will be trouble in relationships. That what I can see. Later on, Sun will enter into Cancer, Rohitji. That means Sun enters into the third house, giving you lot of courage. But on especially of that, that courage can also be trouble because the fourth house lord is sitting 12th from itself in the third house. Here it will give you trouble, man, and that trouble will be mostly related to your communication. There will be some losses that you will make through your communication, and it will be not repairable. Lot of trouble, man. Sorry. Mercury enters into Leo now. The second house lord also enters third from itself, so there is going to be again struggle continues. July is the month of struggle. Sorry to say, but it is the month of struggle continues. The second house lord is in the third house. The first house lord is in the third from itself. The fourth house lord is 12th from itself. So struggle and losses due to your communication. Now, because you have done a lot of struggle, Venus will enter into Leo on 31st of July, and here you can expect some kind of a relief in terms of your losses. There is going to be some good news coming your way now. Still not completely because Sun is sitting 12th from itself. So communication wise, you have to be very, very clear and very, very sorted during this month of July. So July is the month of struggle.
Hmm.
Moving on to August. Now, August, the drama starts again. Mercury becomes retrograde, starts going back into the struggle area. So, the struggle has not ended yet. But because Sun will enter into Leo on 16th of August, here you will feel that nice man. Sun has finally entered into the own house. So, now struggle turns into happiness because the Lagna Lord as well as Sun are here together, and they will try to restore peace for you. But Mercury is not at stop, like Mercury is in retrograde motion, so your communication and especially all things related to your speech should be controlled because the second house lord is into retrogression and it enters into Cancer on 22nd of August, again creating uh, turbulence in your communication area, in your siblings area, in your partnerships, in your neighborhood area, in your belief system. So a lot of things you have to be careful during this period.
Hmm.
Later on, Venus will enter into Virgo, going into debilitated state. Now, debilitated Venus, especially with Ketu, will bring lot of detachment in creative area, in work area. Many people can lose their job. Many people can have problem with their children. Their children can be going abroad during this period for higher studies. So separation from children. Lot of things will be going on in terms of uh, love. Also, love life also will not be very prominent during this period. Somehow we have to be careful in that area also.
Because
But
of, but there is any ray of hope also because Venus
exalted
exalted
aspect,
on seventh
exalted
house.
aspect on the 11th house. So ray of hope in money. See, money wise there is no problem for Taurus ascendant people
Yes, yes,
in
yes.
2024. Problem is mostly related to expenses and related to relationships and lot of relationships issues. Here he
Hmm.
will they will be saved only because Jupiter is aspecting the fifth house, putting an aspect on Ketu, an aspect on Venus also now. So this aspect will be helping them in
This
terms of.
protection is also for only 7 months because on May 1st only Jupiter comes here, and it will take I think 1 month to gain degree. So 6 month protection you can say.
And Rohitji, before that also it will get retrograde also, so there is
Oh yes.
problem there also. So yeah, but here till the time it is not happening, let's be happy. Jupiter is going to be protecting you, but yes, there is going to be little bit detachment in terms of your. Yeah, you can have losses in share market during this period, so be careful. Money is going to come. Rahu is in your 11th house. Money is there, but expenses are double than money coming in. That is the problem. Mars will enter into Gemini, Rohitji. The 12th house lord in the third house again increase and struggle in saving money, struggle in health.
Hmm.
And see, Mars sitting here is also putting an aspect on the fourth aspect on the fifth house where Venus is debilitated, where Ketu is sitting, again putting a lot of struggle in that house. So unfortunately, July and August both are mostly struggle period. Mercury, on the other hand, will turn finally direct into Cancer, adding little bit of peace. Communication wise, you will become better and you will get gains during this period. So good. There is ups and downs, but overall, money wise, there is no problem. Again, I'm saying relationship wise, there is problem. September, Rohitji. September does. There are not a lot of events, but Mercury enters into Leo again, making a Buddha Aditya Yoga with Sun, not in close conjunction. In remember, when Mercury is combust, there is no Buddha Aditya Yoga. When Mercury is not combust and in a specific degree with Sun, it will make Buddha Aditya. So as soon as it enters, it will be making Buddha Aditya Yoga in the fourth house, adding lot of peace to your family life. And this is the time you can think of going somewhere for a holiday.
Hmm.
September 16th, Sun will enter into Virgo, making conjunction with Rahu. and maybe it will not be so powerful that it can combust Venus, but yes, Sun will come here, and there will be some money or some gains through motherland, homeland, in business. So all the problem that was going through of gains again restores here. Very nice for you. Then 18th of September, Venus enters into Libra, into your eighth house, into your sixth house. Here, Rohitji, the Lagna Lord in the sixth house means relief in your debts, relief in your enemies, relief in your diseases, relief in any kind of court cases or any kind of trouble that you're going through. So it is going to be a good time. If there is where the problem is during this year, then you see this is generic prediction. Dasha and Antardasha will be able to give you more insights, right, Rohitji, regarding to your life and what is happening. But overall, if these are the areas where you are having trouble, you will find lot of relief
And I
in
think these people can also, those who have applied for the loans and a sector, because sixth house is loans, they can now
education.
get loans.
Mostly education, for education loans and everything will be approved. They can go to foreign country only because Lagna Lord is sitting in the sixth house, aspecting the 12th house. So there is
Mm.
going to be chances of foreign travel. But still, remember, during this period, our best friend Saturn is retrograde.
Right.
So we have to be careful about going to foreign country also, because it is putting an debilitated aspect on the 12th house. So there can be big expenses coming your way, Taurus ascendant.
Mm.
Mercury enters Virgo, becoming exalted. Very good. Mercury enters Virgo is the best thing that is happening for them. Money is going to be crazy during this period, especially from your own efforts, especially from luck, especially from business. If your children are working and you are retired, a lot of money children will send you during this period. Renovation at your home, some kind of good news in your house, buying of property, buying of fixed assets.
Many
Very
things regarding fifth house which are stuck during the last times, because extreme enemies Sun and Ketu sitting together. Now Mercury coming in on house and friend to both of the planets, he will make compromise between both. Okay, now calm down. I am here in my exalted position. You please calm down.
And when Mercury is exalted, Ketu also starts giving very good results here, because
Yes,
Ketu is Mercury, right? Right now, what is Ketu? Ketu is a over religious Mercury. And what is Rahu? Rahu is an over smart Jupiter.
Jupiter.
This is what it is happening. So Ketu will start giving you very good results here, because
Hmm.
Mercury is here. It will get a lot of power from Mercury, from the Lord of that house. So it will transform shape. Ketu is a shape shifter. Rahu is also shapeshifter. They will shift their shape according to the circumstances. October month, Rohitji. Now, October, here we have to be careful. This is not a very pleasant month again for Taurus ascendant people. Number one, Jupiter is getting retrograde on 9th of October in Taurus. So in your Lagna, Jupiter getting retrograde will keep lot of energy. It will withdraw from the fifth house, seventh house, and the ninth house. That is, your
Hmm.
destiny will not be in your favor. Your relationship will not be like the same that it was before, and even your fifth house, that is your luck and speculative luck, as well as your love life, will not be so good. Here there will be a lot of time. Two bigger planets, Saturn also retrograde, Jupiter also retrograde, and both in Kendras retrograde. So little bit of struggle in all areas of your life. On top of that, uh, Mercury will enter into Libra, and Venus will be going out of Libra, but Mercury entering into Libra. That means the second house, Maraka entering into the sixth house, can tell you that some disease or some hidden disease can be found out during this period. So be careful about it. All depends on your dasha and antardasha, but not a very favorable time. Venus will enter into Scorpio, Rohitji, seventh house. So the Lagna Lord in the seventh house again restores lot of peace and happiness in relationships, especially business partnerships during this period. Because Kendra Lord in the Kendra, Jupiter, what is this guy? Saturn also Kendra Lord in the Kendra, but Saturn is putting in debilitated tenth aspect. Oh, sorry, retrograde tenth aspect on the seventh house for Taurus ascendant. So
Hmm.
careful relationship, it will become pleasant but not so good that you can say it is 100% perfect. Sun will then take debilitated position in the sixth house. Now here you were already not being well, being sick, and Sun on top of that makes you more sick during this period. So unfortunately, not a very beautiful good time for Taurus ascendant people. In terms of foreign travel, in terms of going to a foreign country, in terms of expenses, everything will be at rise. Maybe you will be spending a lot of money in area related to your hospitals uh, or a foreign country. Both the even court cases, enemies, lot of money on enemies. There is going to be good news in terms of Mercury sitting here that in your work area you can get some recognition during this. This is
Hmm.
good. Mars enters into Cancer now, Rohitji. Sun, the king, is debilitated. Mars, the owner of your 12th house, the owner of your 7th house, debilitated. So, two Kendra Lord debilitated. Not a very good sign for Taurus ascendant
King
people.
is debilitated and commander is also debilitated. So both the who will
More than
hold
that, there are two Kendra Lords. The
two
fourth
Kendra
house
Lord.
lord, the seventh house lord. So inner peace and relationships. Again, I told you there is no problem in money. There is going to be your destiny will be working for you. No problem in your destiny.
Exalted aspect.
Somehow health. See the fourth aspect of Saturn of Mars
Mars.
on your sixth house where Sun is debilitated. Okay,
Hmm.
the seventh aspect on your ninth house, which is very good. It is an exalted aspect, so your destiny will be working for you, and the aspect on the tenth house, which is on Saturn. So not very pleasant in terms of your um, work area. Both the places, sixth and tenth combination, work area, there can be some challenges or some trouble that you have to face. In fact, um, I'm not putting it to universe with accident wise. Also, you have to be very careful because Mars triggers blood loss, especially looking at the sixth house.
Better you donate blood this time.
Better, best thing is to donate blood. Whenever Mars is in such in debilitation, that immediate time go and donate blood because already there is blood loss. Mercury enters into Scorpio. Like October 29, Mercury will enter into the seventh house. The second house lord in the seventh house, Maraka in a Maraka Sthan, not very favorable. For relationships, it is good, but for business, it is little bit of trouble. So be careful. October is the month of holidays and just donation, nothing else. No major decisions to be taken in October of 2024.
Hmm.
Now, November 7th, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Sagittarius. In the again, it started with the Viprit Rajyog. It has come back to Viprit Rajyog. It started in the beginning of the year with the Viprit Rajyog. Again, it came to here with the Viprit Rajyog into your eighth house. So, if there is any kind of hidden items or some kind of hidden enemies that were trying to trouble you, they will come in front of you. Number one. Secondly, there is going to be gains from your partnerships. All the struggle is now little ending, right? It is not always 100% there. It ends also. 15th of November, Saturn turns direct into Aquarius for HG. Finally, Saturn also takes a good toll over being into a direct position, saying that finally I will restore my uh, luck here. And if you have repaired during this period, if you have got these lessons of preparing your work area, your ethics, and your karma into the right pattern, Saturn will start giving you very
And in the last case, one thing was more that there is a house of exchange between two gurus in the first point which we see.
yeah. But the one of the guru is retrograde, so
Oh.
other guru is making a Viprit Rajyog. So
Hmm.
there are so many things, Rohitji, which has cannot be ignored at this moment. So retrograde Jupiter is little bit harmful also because
Hmm.
it it does not give it tries to protect you, but it is so in internal war that it does not have the time to go and solve your problems. First, it
Yes.
is in its own problem, but still it will try to do best for you, whatever best it can. Here, Venus coming into the eighth house. Again, I'm telling you, there is going to be some good gains, hidden gains for you. Gain money wise, again, Taurus ascendant, no problem in this year. But yeah, Sun enters into Scorpio finally, and its debilitation very good. Kendra Lord in the Kendra. It is a Raj Yog, two Raj Yogs at the same time. So all the best. This is the time of some kind of status, improvement in status. There is going to be some maybe those people who have lost their jobs recently because of so much transits of even of Saturn become retrograde here. You will get restored in your status.
Maybe
Job,
degree wise they will make Buddha Ditya Yoga also here.
not really, Rohitji, because Mercury will very soon retrograde here. So
Oh.
Buddha Yoga does not come in 10 days. It's not making very big Buddha Yoga. It is going to be close proximity. It can become combust also because it will just start getting retrograde here in Scorpio.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, Buddhaditya Yoga will not be very potent. It will be there for a very minimal hours,
Hmm.
only
Hmm.
hours, but not very potent. Mercury again starts saying, I am getting retrograde. Mercury has nothing else. I am going retrograde. Three times, four times a year, it says, I am going retrograde. And then all your communication, everything goes for a toss. That is what is happening. Mercury gets retrograde in Scorpio, Rohitji, uh, adding a lot of struggle again to their communication, especially in area of children, area of their own speech, especially in the house of relationships. So relationship is question mark by in 2024 for Taurus ascendant. December, Rohitji, 2nd of December, Venus will enter into Capricorn.
Hmm.
Very good. Lagna Lord in the ninth house. Destiny at
Bhagya.
right.
Hmm.
Bhagya is right. Very good. House of a friend. Very nice. Ninth from the Lagna. Destiny rises. Here, Mars does not say that I am done. Mars says I will now retrograde in Cancer in the third house. Because of Venus aspecting the third house, it is good because it will try to make your communication a little bit pleasant. Otherwise, Mars in the third house alone, oh my god, it can make your fire come out of your mouth, and especially in debilitated area. Only thing is that here, real estate wise or again travel wise, it will be good for you because this Mars also aspects your seventh house, also aspects your ninth house in an exalted aspect. But becoming retrograde means expenses at your own cost, at your because of your own commitment, especially on your siblings, especially on your friends. Lot of expenses you can see during this period. Sun will enter into Sagittarius on December 15th, coming into the again into the eighth house. Fourth house Lord in the eighth house, not good for mother. Some sudden problems for mother, problem for your home,
Property,
house,
vehicle.
vehicle accidents, all of the things that you can avoid during this period, the most, the best. Be careful. That is what we can do. We cannot change our destiny. Mercury finally turns direct into Scorpio, saying that okay, finally, I get retrograde, I get direct, I get retrograde, I get direct. So in
I
16th,
think the biggest action maker after Moon, if I can
Mercury,
see, Mercury, he can anytime go retrograde, anytime come back any house, and then again direct, then again change his house. Sometime he lives in some house for 2 months, and sometime he suddenly changes within 20 days.
like father, like son.
This is
Moon is the father.
uncontrollable. Mercury you cannot control, uncontrollable.
Mercury you cannot control, and especially in retrograde, Mercury you cannot control. Now, Ruji, another thing which everyone says, so I have a retrograde Mercury in my birth chart in the seventh house, and speak. It's my second house lord, and all I have to do is speak only.
Speak.
So, so remember all these retrograde planets and all these combust planets, and my Mercury is combust also.
Oh,
Retrograde, combust, and debilitated planets are the best planets in your chart.
best. Yes. But
Don't
if any
worry.
traditional astrologer will say, "Oh my God, Mercury retrograde.
That
Oh
is the
my
best.
God, Mercury reversed me." Oh no, 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 no.
All the people who are born in 83, 84, their sun, Rahu and Ketu, all are exalted. And they are in the most consultations I have done is 83 and 84 because they are in mess. They're in trouble. So remember, this is how it is. Anyways, Mercury turns direct, your relationships are restored, your communication is restored, your money is restored. So in a good way. And end of the year, Venus enters into Aquarius to the with the friend in the 10th house saying that, oh gosh, it was this year. Now let's talk about karma, what all karma we did, and let's see that what kind of benefits or gains you can give me or give my people. That is what Rohitji 2024 yearly consists of in detail.
You see, I have not seen any video like this who have given such a detail month-wise, date-wise, retrogression, combustions, and I think the January is full of action for everyone. Some good things, some bad things. But I want to say that good things you can achieve only when you able to, activate that things, and that's why we started this thing, birthday to birthday horoscope. January 2024, we are launching this. Bookings are on. This thing is a revolution in astrology because we bring this thing because when we talk our kul pandits and other old people in village, they always say your grave will change from your destiny will change from your birthday. So we started this package. Don't miss. You have a birthday in family, kid, parents, mother, father, wife. Take this package. Gift them. They will sit with Akash on video consultation, and they will decide their next destiny from birthday to birthday, what they can donate, what they cannot do, or what they have to do. So this is beautiful things. Bookings always on, already on. And the 2024, what I was telling, that things you need to activate, Akashji will tell you how. Things which are very difficult in 2024, how to avoid, what to do before it starts, Akashji will tell you. So, best thing is take this 2024 yearly horoscope consultation package. Lots of family members have already taken this, and now this is your turn.
Roji, we cannot miss the yantra. So here is the yantra for everyone.
Well, Santra.
Those who want it, you can go on acastro.ca and also book your yantra, because I'm going to be making it personalized for you if you want. Uh, this is the Mahalakshmi yantra again. It has to be done in the Hora of Venus with all the appropriate items, that is sandalwood, turmeric, camphor, holy basil, musk, saffron, and Ganga Jal. Once you mix all of this, make a paste out of it, and then draw it 4 columns. Write ring, 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 and 74. So this is the Gyara Yantra. It is called.
Hmm.
If you count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Gyara Yantra, and
Hmm.
the number becomes 2 again, and so it is the Gyara Yantra, and it is supposed to be the Yantra of Mahalakshmi. Once kept in a wallet, not made out of leather, and once kept in any kind of safe, will attract money. It has been seen, it has been proven that it does that. So you can do this. It has to be done. Those who want to do it themselves has to use a pomegranate pen, that is a pen made out of pomegranate stick, and put it into the locker. Make it on a Hora of Venus. Mostly on a Friday is very good. Hora of Venus, you can go on Vedic Panchang and get the Hora, that which is the Hora of day. What is the day? So it starts with Sun, Hora, Moon, Hora, Mars, Hora, Mercury, Hora, and go on and on and on. So you can see when Venus Hora is. I think it is around 1:30 p.m. after sunrise, like 6 hours after sunrise. Let's go and see. You will check
Hmm.
it,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and make sure that you make it on a very small piece, because this cannot be folded. So it has to be, or if it is folded, it can go into taviz only into the
Hmm. Hmm.
talisman that goes into your neck area. Yeah, so you should use the word shreem, 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 shreem during writing this. What we are doing with yantra nowadays, Rohit, is that we are making the yantra, and we are also making a video, so that whenever we send a yantra to anyone, like, we are writing their proper name and all. It's not like going on Amazon and buying a yantra, that it is already prepared and mass production is there and sent. It is specially done for everyone in the area. Now here, remedies, Rohiji, some basic remedies for Venus we have to do is that worshipping goddess Lakshmi. Ma Lakshmi is associated with Venus. So Om Shukraya Namaha, Om Shreem, these are the two words that you can do overall this year to get very good results in your chart. Especially for Taurus Ascendant, they should be keeping on doing this lifelong. Observing fast on Fridays, it's considered very good. This is a self-disciplinary area where you can appease Venus, and donating items related to Venus, such as white clothing or sweets, white sweets on Fridays, is believed to bring positive energies. I hope that 2024 should be an excellent, amazing year for all the um, Venus, all the Taurus ascendant people, and a lot of good luck, lot of good wishes, and hope for the best.
Thank you very much. This 2023 year, amazing year, growing with the family members together. And
Very
this
good.
was an amazing year. And we think that the coming 2024 will be more amazing for all of us. That's why AC Astro is the channel who always think and plan according to family members. This 2024 package, and now this birthday thing, all for all of you. Thank you. Keep blessing, keep subscribing, keep commenting. Right, happy new year also. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akash for your great efforts regarding this. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di. Om Namah Shivaya.